Everyone, it's very, very close to being November 2nd. It's only a couple minutes away, and we're going to go over the results from Tuesday, November 1st for NHL and NBA. And we're also going to talk about a preliminary look at tomorrow's games or Wednesday's games. It's not finalized, but it is something that we can definitely look at before the stats are completely updated in RotoWire and injury reports are updated and goaltenders are confirmed for hockey and all the things that we do here to make it the best. But we'll get a little look at it. And also want to talk about Tuesday because it's been a pretty good day so far. So let's start off with hockey. There's a couple games that are still going on. There's a Florida and Arizona game, which is currently tied at the end of the second, and an Anaheim San Jose game that's currently tied. And New Jersey's up 4-1. But the rest of the games are over. And it's been a pretty good day for the top picks. You had a comeback win from Boston, a comeback win from Vegas, unfortunately, for this Caps fan over here in overtime. Philadelphia loses but covers the 1.5. Ottawa loses but covers the 1.5. Montreal doesn't cover anything. Of course, that's the one that I bet. And then the Islanders win. LA is the only like bad loss up here at about the seventh or eighth pick of the day, sixth, seventh pick. Seattle comes back to win this game with Joey Daccord in net. Amazing. Nashville is terrible, and Edmonton crushes them. Jersey's winning, and the other game's still going on. So it's looking like a very good day for NHL. Abnormally good day. If NHL is hitting 70 or even 80% of the games, depending on what we have down at the bottom, that is an excellent day for NHL. Tomorrow's NHL schedule is a lot thinner. There's only two games because everybody played today. And on top of that, you've got a very interesting situation where I believe there's an injury to Jeremy Swayman when they pulled. I'm talking about Boston. Never mind. Tristan Jarry probably is not playing tomorrow. Swayman played on Boston and got hurt, and they brought back in Linus Ullmark. They pulled Ullmark and then brought him back in. And he managed to win the game against Pittsburgh. But Pittsburgh's playing a back-to-back game tomorrow after that really tough. That is a tough loss that they faced. They were up 5-2, I believe. Ended up losing 6-5 today. So Buffalo and Craig Anderson are getting the nod as the number one pick here. Right now, the line's a plus 110. I bet you that line gets worse after Pittsburgh's rough loss today. So we'll see. And then Philadelphia playing a back-to-back game also against Toronto. Why is Toronto minus 303? You know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say take Philadelphia. It's probably not going to be Carter Hart tomorrow. It's probably going to be their other goaltender. And we will have to update goaltenders. It's probably not going to be Hart because he just played tonight. And this is probably not going to be Jerry, actually. And the way to change that is to look at the goalie stats by team and grab the other goaltender. So Pittsburgh, for example, you would grab Casey DeSmith. It's probably going to be, and we'll put Casey DeSmith right here instead of Jerry. And then Carter Hart, it's probably going to be the other goaltender for them, which I guess is Felix Sandstrom. I mean, Hart might go again, but it's just very tough game losing 1-0. It played a really good game, but Rangers played good. So we'll see what that does. That is why that is why the line would be minus 303. Is that Felix Sandstrom's rating is not nearly as high as Carter Hart's rating. And here it makes it, I believe, even better for Buffalo if Casey DeSmith goes. So keep that in mind. Now let's talk about NBA. So NBA, we have a game that's finishing up right now. It's still in the fourth quarter. Phoenix is up by 10 with 10 minutes left. They haven't won the game yet, but they're doing pretty well. So if we put the score in there right now, 77-87, of course, not final. That would give it a win. Game's not over yet. We'll see. It's one of the favorites that the odds makers and the algorithm both had Phoenix over Minnesota as the number one pick of the day. So if it doesn't win, everybody's wrong. I mean, whether it wins or not, that's what the pick was. Good things on NBA today. You've got the Bulls winning as an underdog. That's great. Also, here's what I like to see. For example, if Phoenix wins this game by 10, look at our margin of victory column. When it is going descending like this and it's properly colored with green on top and red on the bottom, that means that we are the algorithm's ordering these games correctly because the margin of victory is descending just like the margin is. And that is excellent. You know, when these colors are aligned, well, you cannot ask for too much more out of the algorithm. So you did lose this game here, but I mean, I say the same thing every time. Games under 10% margin are toss-up games. So if you bet them and lose, understand you're going to win and lose about 50% of those games. These games are a better chance that you would win. And even Oklahoma City comes through and comes back and beats Orlando. So really good day. Now let's talk about tomorrow. Well, a huge schedule, huge slate. Let's see what it says. Have not looked at it yet. We're doing it right now. And of course, this will change. Like I'm saying, I'm going to update stats. I'm going to update injuries tomorrow. So this is all based off today's injury report. Like stuff's going to change. If you want a copy, you can subscribe to the Google Sheet and get copies of this in the link in the description. So let's see here. So games above, look at this. Look at so many games below 10% margin. So let's talk about the ones above 10% margin first. Got an awful minus 580, the Bucks and the Pistons. I call these games unbettable unless you're taking the other team plus 11, but not with a 28% margin for Milwaukee. That's saying that they win this game here by, what is it saying? Covers the 11, covers the 12 by 17-ish points, something like that. Tough game to play. I never know what to do in these games where the odds makers essentially have it the same as the algorithm. Pelicans and Lakers only minus 150. Both these teams have some injuries. We'll have to see what those injuries look like tomorrow. But Pelicans beating the Lakers is a pretty good pickup here at 22% margin. Cavs and Celtics, 16% margin for the Cavaliers at a plus 110 line. Not too injured, just a little bit. That's a pretty good pick right now. Portland and Memphis, injuries on both. Definitely need to see what that looks like tomorrow, because that may be one of the reasons why Portland is plus 140. And I know Memphis had a couple people out over times, but you can see two underdogs here above 10%. So if you didn't know what the injury situation is, these are two big underdog picks already. Rest of the games below 10% margin mean that when you see an awful line like this, or a really good line like this, although I don't know what the injuries are on the Spurs, you end up wanting to take a team with a lot of points, because if these games are supposed to be super close, then anybody plus a lot of points is going to win. So that would mean San Antonio plus 8.5, but I don't know how bad this injury situation is yet. We'll look at it tomorrow. There will be no other video tomorrow. This is the only one I'm doing for Wednesday. Other stuff tomorrow. So if you want to see the updated version, you gotta subscribe, purchase a copy. There's Sixers minus 345. So you can get the Wizards plus 7.5, and they're healthier. Mavericks over the Jazz. We love the Jazz. So here I'm surprised, because the algorithm has been favoring the Jazz in almost every situation this season, but I guess not. I guess not against Dallas. So this is right on the cusp where you might take Utah plus 5.5, but it's not more than seven or 8 points. These are the big ones. You got 8.5 here. You got 7.5 for the Wizards. Miami against Sacramento just played last night. Miami's minus 275. Sacramento plus 6.5 is pretty close. Do that. You can get the Hornets plus 6 against a Bulls team that I believe is somewhat injured, right? We talked about the Bulls injuries in the video previously tonight. So that would be probably okay as well. And then toss-up game with Atlanta and the Knicks, so it has no idea what to do there. And Houston against injured Clippers again, but we don't know how bad the injuries are. So an interesting day with a couple underdogs way up here and a couple teams with the points like the Wizards. The Jazz are a little injured here, so this is not really a good pick for the Jazz, given it's not predicting they win. It's giving a 6% margin. This Hornets plus 6 against the Bulls looks okay, because they have a 3% margin and you get 6 points with them, and the Bulls may still be fighting off injuries. So there's a lot in here. A big day of 11 games tomorrow. So that's the look. We probably going to have a 3-in-1 day when it comes to basketball, and a really good day when it comes to hockey. Really good day. So that's the update for Wednesday. Thanks all for subscribing and watching the videos. We're getting close to monetization status. I'm picking up watch hours and subscribers and everything. So keep that up. That's helpful. Obviously, do more videos when I start getting paid for doing these videos, that will be fantastic as well. Then I mean, the goal is to basically get enough of a following doing this. I don't have to charge anybody for the algorithm, and I'll just put the algorithms out there for free and just do videos every day and make money off the videos and not have to charge anybody. Let YouTube and the advertisers charge for everything, and we'll just get a bigger user base that way. That's kind of what the goal has been. But I've been doing YouTube videos. I've been doing YouTube videos since not before many of you were born, but certainly before many of you were eligible to wager on sports. That's for sure. We're talking like 2007, I think my YouTube account was started. And I've been doing videos since at least 2010, maybe even earlier, I think 2009. And I have 1,700 plus videos, and I deleted like 300 videos. There was over 2,000 at one point. And I only have 1,400 subscribers ish. So I have more videos than subscribers. That's funny. Eventually we'll have more subscribers than videos, and we'll get there eventually, the way we're going. So good luck, everybody. May all your picks be winning. And yeah, may all our picks be winning, right? Good luck. They won today. They did win today. One more thing before I close this out. I think I just stopped the share though. Or maybe I'm still sharing. I got the Kraken, if you can still see the screen. I got the Kraken today at plus 600 in the third period, and they came back to win, scored a shorthanded goal. That's the kind of night, you're having a good night when I saw the algorithm with this here and I was like, I think they can come back. Maybe they'll tie it and I'll cash it out. Then I just let it ride and they won. So it was a good night tonight for everything. You could have done the same thing with the Bruins. I mean, if you saw the Bruins here as a number one pick and you saw them down 5-3, I got a text message from a buddy of mine who was like, are the Bruins going to pull a miracle? I was like, algorithm says the Bruins are going to pull a miracle. Algorithm has them as a number one pick of the day because they're playing that strong. And sure enough, I mean, they just didn't quit and came back late and put it away in overtime. So, all right, everybody, good luck. It was a good day. Hopefully, more will be the same.